I wasn't done with the damn song. Anywho, excuse me for crunching and munching in front of y'all. I just came from the gym. Let me just say, okay, when you ain't been to the gym in a little minute, I've been slacking for like the last 2 weeks. Baby, listen. I already know my legs gonna feel like gelatin in a little bit. But that motherfucking creatine make you feel like a crackhead. I know I was doing the most. And I'ma feel it in a little bit. Okay, let's get into these messages. I was playing that song for a minute. For a reason. The song says just breathe. Okay? You gotta believe that this is not the end of the road. It's all a bad dream if you believe. You gotta know the story is still to be told. Just breathe. Remember to breathe. Okay? And that song has been playing in my head for like the last 20 minutes. So I said, okay, obviously Spirit is trying to tell us something. I feel like some of you guys have been dealing with anxiety a lot. We talked a little bit about anxiety yesterday. But I kind of want to spend some time on this anxiety piece. I feel like a lot of y'all have been dealing with anxiety. Some of y'all may not even know that it is anxiety that you're dealing with. You may think it's just like overthinking or procrastination. I feel like, you know, you're kind of like chalking it up to something else. But a lot of y'all are dealing with anxiety. Okay? Not eating or nibbling. Okay? Not really eating enough. You know? Kind of nibbling on your food. Sleeping or forcing yourself to take naps. Okay? Shit like that. A lot of y'all are dealing with anxiety. And I feel like it's because Spirit is saying you're not getting the answers that you want, but you have the answers that you need. And some of y'all don't want to accept that as being what it is. Sometimes we think that we're supposed to have certain answers in order for us to achieve whatever it is that we think we need to achieve. But I feel like you have the answers that you need right now. The shit that you want to know is like extra. It's not necessary right now. Like some of the answers that y'all are trying to get, it even may be pulling you in a different direction than you need to be going, which is why Spirit is not releasing some of these things to you. Especially if shit is just not making sense. It's like, I'm in a space, I need to know what to do, but I'm not getting the answers that I feel like I need, and it doesn't make sense, the answers that I am getting. That's for some of y'all. For others of you, you just simply not getting what you want. Okay, you think that you're supposed to have a certain amount of information and you're not being presented with that information. So in your mind, it's causing you to be anxious because you feel like you're doing something wrong, or you're moving towards the wrong thing, or you're in the wrong energy or something of the sort. And that's just not true. It's not true. You're actually spot on where you need to be. A lot of y'all need to get comfortable with the pace slowing down. Slowing down the pace. Okay? Especially as we're moving into Sagittarius season, because Sag energy moves very, very quickly. Very quickly. Okay? And it's usually no thought. It's just straight action. So you need to get comfortable kind of slowing it down. You know what's funny? When I was in the gym, they was playing that movie Wanted on the screens. I don't know if y'all seen Wanted. But if you have seen it, you know that part where he tried to teach him how to shoot the wings off the fly. And the fly is buzzing so fast, right? But he has to slow himself down to be able to see what he needs to see in order to shoot the wings off and not kill the fly. right? And that's what Spirit is showing me. It's so crazy how shit be aligning. That's just bananas to me. But that's what I'm seeing in my head. Like, the world is going to be moving very fast around you, and you have to learn how to slow it down for yourself. That's the lesson for a lot of y'all. You got to learn to slow it down. To others, it may still look like it's moving quickly. But to you, you need to gain a type of focus that allows you to slow yourself down, slow that thing down in the moment, so that you can execute whatever it is that you need to execute at that time. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. Okay? But a lot of y'all are trying to move very fast paced. And when you move fast paced, you miss things and you also leave things behind. So slow your ass down, because there's a lot of intricacies that I feel like is important for y'all to pick up on. Just like I just said, in the gym, I was watching I seen the fucking movie Wanted. I didn't think that would have any significance, right? But in that moment, I paid attention to it. I peeped it. I tuned in for a little bit, because that's when my intuition caught my eye. It was like 10 TVs showing different shit, but that movie caught my eye. And it didn't make sense in the moment. I thought the movie was just on until I got here and started doing this right now. And that's how a lot of things are going to be working. There's going to be little breadcrumbs around you. And that's why you need to take everything in. Because had I not been paying attention, maybe I wouldn't have gotten that reference. Maybe I wouldn't have been able to explain it the way that I need to explain it. So it's little things like that. It doesn't always have to be gotten that reference. Maybe I wouldn't have been able to explain it the way that I need to explain it. So it's little things like that. It doesn't always have to be gotten that reference. Maybe I wouldn't have been able to explain it the way that I need to explain it. So it's little things like that. It doesn't always have to be these big, huge things like I saw 333 and then I went to the bank and saw 333 again, and then all of a sudden they gave me $1,000 extra or something. Like, it don't always have to be that. It could be that, but it don't always have to be that. Sometimes it's just little things that Spirit wants you to see so that you can build up your retention skills. Because a lot of y'all don't retain what you're being shown or what you're being taught or what Spirit wants you to see. You're not retaining it. You're taking it in, and it's like in one ear, out the other. In your energy, out. Like, you're not holding on to it so that you can grasp whatever it is that Spirit needs you to in order to connect the dots later. Okay? It feels very connect the dots. You know what I'm saying? One single dot doesn't necessarily make sense. But when you start to connect those dots to other things, they start to form a larger picture. And that's kind of what I feel like is happening for a lot of y'all. Which is why, you know, you're really going to have to be more open, which is perfect for Sagittarius season, because Sagittarius is one of those signs that is very open, probably sometimes too open. And I got a Sagittarius rising, so you know what I'm saying. Sometimes we're a little bit too open. We're a little bit too YOLO. You know what I'm saying? It's like, woo, calm down. But it definitely is going to push you to be more open, to be more spontaneous, and to go with the natural flow of things. You can't go with the natural flow of things if you're trying to force something. Y'all got to understand that. If you're forcing some shit, thank you for the gift. If you're forcing some shit, then you're not flowing. You're forcing. You know what I'm saying? And forcing doesn't help anybody. So slowing yourself down, paying attention, being more present in the moment, right? So that you can peep the shit that you need to peep. You can see the shit that you need to see. So when it's time to connect that dot to something, you got everything that you need to do so. You got all the little breadcrumbs. You done collected all them breadcrumbs, and then you can put that puzzle piece together and create the picture. All right? Let's see what else is coming out. What else Spirit is saying for today? Definitely get out of your head. I feel like a lot of y'all are in y'all head, because my head just started feeling super fucking tight. Get out your head, okay? Some of y'all are creating stress. You're creating stress. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite little sayings is, If you can fix it, then fix it. And if you can't, no, it's if you can't fix it, then what you complaining for? And if you can't fix it, then what you complaining for? You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's dumb as shit to complain. If I could do something about it, do something about it. If I can't do nothing about it, then why the fuck am I sitting here with an attitude? Move on to something else that you can do something about. Move on to something else that is within your control. We're trying to control things that's not on our docket to control. You got to understand, your spirit team has certain things that they're supposed to cover, and you have certain things you're supposed to cover. Some of y'all is moving out of y'all jurisdiction. Let them handle that. I'm not about to sit here and worry about no bills if I don't have the money right now. Why the fuck would I be worried about that? My spirit team need to be worried about that. They need to be worried about getting me the money. What the fuck I'm gonna sit here and be worried for and all turned up and irritated and agitated and annoyed? For fucking what? How does that serve me? What does that do for me? Nothing. But spike my damn anxiety, make me overthink, and irritate the hell out of me. If I don't have it, I don't have it. They need to worry about getting it to me. They know I need it. What the fuck? But they can do their job if I'm stepping into their territory with all of my worrying and all of my forcing. Let them do their fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Let them do their job. It's like the police and the FBI. Sometimes it's enough for the police to handle, and then sometimes the FBI gotta come in. And the police gotta just get out the fucking way and let them do what the fuck they supposed to do. That's what utilizing your spirit team looks like. When you are presented with a problem or issue or a challenge, and you don't have anything necessarily that you can do to navigate this, to move this, to transform this, or to get through it, you pass that shit to your spirit team. Hey, look, I ain't got it. I ain't got nothing to, I ain't got no input. I'm gonna put this on y'all desk. Okay? Like the people that work in the finance department don't got shit to do with customer service. It's out of their jurisdiction. Don't have nothing to do with each other. Okay? Y'all over here worried about the budget and all the other shit. I'm worried about making sure these motherfucking customers is happy. We don't got shit to do with each other. Okay? Period. The motherfuckers in the finance don't got shit to do with HR. Two separate jobs, two separate job descriptions. But if some HR shit comes across the desk of the finance department, you think they're going to try to do it? No, they're going to pass it off to who? HR. It's not their shit. That's how you utilize your spirit team. And when you really get deep into understanding who your spirit team is, and you work with your ancestors, you know exactly which one to give it to. Maybe your grandmama was good with money. Grandma, hey look. Walk the walk, woo the woo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need protection and your grandfather ain't play that shit. Hey, pop, pop, granddad, whatever the fuck you call him. I need your help, need your assistance. That's why utilizing, and not even utilizing, but building that relationship with your spirit team is so important. And understanding who you're working with is so important. Right? Because a lot of their qualities bleed into the spiritual realm. Meaning, how they was here is still the characteristics of who they are as an energy, as a spirit, as a soul. So like for me, my grandfather, he ain't never played that shit. He's an Aries. Okay? Aries. He with all of the shit you want times 50 million thousand. So anytime some shit gets shaky, anytime I need a little extra protection, anytime somebody cracking stupid, who you gonna call? Grandpa. Yeah, I need you to come deal with that real quick. I need you to come work your magic. Thank you very much. Utilize them people. And if you don't know who's who when it comes to your ancestors, this is what meditation does. There were several ancestors that I didn't know were even around, nor did I know they existed. But the more I tapped in with meditation, I would get dreams of people names. I would get dreams of faces. You know what I'm saying? I would get, you know, like intuitive messages of research to go do to find people or questions to ask my grandparents or whoever. And the dots get to connecting. This shit is a big ass puzzle. And you have to be patient enough to go through the process. Okay? You should be meditating every day for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Every day. You know what I'm saying? Period. Maybe you can take the weekends off. Or maybe a couple days. If you miss 2 days, 3 days, that's fine. But you need to at least 4 to 5 days out the week. You need to have some type of time for meditation. And meditation doesn't have to be always sitting and and all of that. Like sometimes I'll just put on some jazz music and I'll just vibe out. And you'll be surprised how much shit start coming to you. Things start clicking, shit start making sense. You know what I'm saying? Answers start bubbling up to the surface. Or when I exercise, when I work out. Anything that helps you zone the fuck out and get out of your head. And when I say get out of your head, I don't mean not have any thoughts at all. Because you're going to have thoughts. Right? A lot of people think the point of meditation is for you to not think at all. That's not the point. Because you're going to think. It's a brain. That's what it does for a living. It thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have thoughts. So trying to make your mind blank is, you're already starting off with the wrong intentions. Okay? But focusing the mind on a single thought for a long period of time is the goal. I've done this exercise a couple times on live where I set a timer for 30 seconds. And I tell y'all to count every single thought that you have. Within those 30 seconds, some of y'all be like, oh, I had 10 different thoughts. I had 15 different thoughts. I have thought about like 20 things. I thought about like 8 things. I thought about like 7 things. And it's like, how the fuck are you thinking about that many things in 30 seconds? That's not normal. Your brain is overworking. And then you wonder why you can't get any answers in. Because your brain is consumed with thinking instead of being available for answers to come. Right? So it's not normal for you to go from thought to thought to thought to thought to thought within 20 seconds. That's insane. And I have to say it like that so that you can really understand. That's not normal. And this is why y'all be driving yourselves fucking crazy. And this is why we're talking about anxiety today. Okay? Because you should not be having all of the motherfucking thoughts within that short amount of time. That's crazy. And I had to learn that from experience doing that exercise on myself. When I started, I forgot where I heard it at. This was years ago. I was watching a lecture and this guy did the exercise. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing this exercise every day just to see, you know, how many thoughts I be having. And for them first, that first maybe week or two, I would set that timer for 30 seconds. Baby, by the time the 30 seconds got up, I had about 25 different things my mind then went through. Scenarios, situations, circumstances, money issues. At that time, relationship issues. This, that, you fucking name it. 30 seconds, my mind then touched every base you can motherfucking think of. I said, oh, this is a problem. No wonder I'm going fucking crazy over here. And I'm already a Gemini, an air sign, so I already live in my head. Okay, air signs are very intellectual beings, very logical beings. So we're already up here most of the time. So I said, oh no, I can't have that. And I had to start doing meditation. Meditation will teach you how to slow your mind down. Because there's nothing wrong with thinking your way through things. But how can you think your way through one thing if you don't even have the time to focus in on that one thing? I can't solve one issue if my mind is consumed with 45 different problems and issues and scenarios. And then I realized a lot of the shit I was making up. It wasn't even things that was happening to me. It was things that I started creating in my head to happen. I'm like, I know the fuck I'm not sitting around just coming up with fucking storybooks. Whole stories, whole scenarios, whole situations. I'm just formulating shit in my brain. Like, well, what if this happens? Well, what if this goes wrong? Well, what if I walk down the street? Or you know how like we used to be in school, or you go to like a game or something, they got bleachers, and all of a sudden your mind just goes to like the most outlandish shit. Like, what if I just fall down the bleachers and, you know, just tumble to the bottom, and everybody just starts laughing at me, and then I'm embarrassed, and then like, how am I gonna get out? Am I gonna run out? Am I gonna walk out? Am I gonna be hurt? Are they gonna have to call the ambulance? And it's like, you just literally created a whole scenario in your head of something that's not happening. Why are you doing that? That's not normal, right? And sometimes we're so used to negativity that we start to create negativity to fill the space instead of creating positivity to fill the space. You can fill the space, but why are you filling it with some crazy ass shit like that? You know what I'm saying? You can make it positive. Like, yes, I'm walking up the bleachers and everybody's staring at me because I'm so fucking beautiful and I look so good. That's a better scenario than I fell and butt my motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you learning that you are in control. You are in control. Whatever you want your thought patterns to be, you create that. The same way you go to the gym and you work that muscle in order for it to get stronger and then eventually get bigger and grow, is the same way you have to work your mind. Your mind needs exercise. It needs exercise. You can't think that you're just going to sit there and that your head is just going to be positive without any input from you. Especially when we come from these traumatic experiences in our past. Your mind is not motherfucking like, hey, everything's so jolly. It's like, fuck no, bitch, I'm scared. Do you remember 05? Do you remember 09? Do you remember 2010? You know what I'm saying? Your mind is doing that all fucking day long because that's all that is in there. So you have to introduce something new to your brain on a daily basis for it to retain what you're giving it, and then that will become your norm. Of course, even still, you're going to have some times where you get negative thoughts, of course. But what are you doing to change that? It's all about your response, right? Because negativity has to exist for positivity to exist. That's how this realm works. It works on even opposites. So if there's positivity, there has to be negativity to validate the positive. If there's negativity, there has to be positivity to validate the negative. They both have to coexist. So you're always going to have negative thoughts come in sometime, right? But your response is what makes it different. Like I tell people, to live this spiritual life, it's all about your response. We are no different from people who are not spiritual. The only thing that makes us different is the way that we respond. That's it. We still fuck up like everybody else. We still get negative thoughts like everybody else. We still be wanting to flip the table all over and kick shit down and knock a nigga out, just like everybody the fuck else. But what makes us different and what separates us is the way that we respond to the adversity. If we respond like everybody else, then that groups us like everybody else. But if we respond differently from a spiritual perspective, it completely transitions who we are and where we're going. Make sense? Your responses have to be different. The way you respond has to be different, right? And your responses are determined by what? Your perspective. Your perspective. So if you're looking at some shit negatively, you're going to respond negatively. Simple as that. If you show me a car speeding down the street and I assume that they stole something, you know what I'm saying? Then that's my perspective. That's negative. But if I see a car speeding down the street and I assume that it's a medical issue, that changes the whole response. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple shit. Simple shit. You have the ability to see the world around you the way you want to. Nobody else can make you see this world the way they want you to. They can give you an outlook and you have to accept it in order for you to see it that way. But you won't just see it that way just because they told you. Because you control your reality. So if you don't want to accept that shit, you're like, what the fuck? I don't care about that shit. I don't want to hear that. That don't got shit to do with me. You negate it. You X that shit out. That don't have shit to do with me. But if I accept it, then I accept it as a part of my truth as well, which becomes a part of my reality. So you don't have to accept certain things. Not having money in your bank account, you don't have to accept that as you being broke. Who the fuck told you that that's what that is? I would accept that as being responsible. I took care of everything that I need to take care of. I'm so responsible. And I know the universe is going to reimburse me 100-fold. I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me on a continuous basis from multiple different streams. Places known and unknown. People known and unknown. In the most unexpected and expected ways. It's all about how you look at it. Perspective. All right, let's see. Perspective breeds action. Action breeds results. Capiche? All right. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, look, learning experience. Got financial health at the bottom of the deck, and take a step back. For a lot of y'all, this is money issues. A lot of y'all are worried about money right now. Or finances in general. This could also be stability. Home stability, home life, where you gonna lay your head, shit like that. How you gonna pay for something? How you gonna get something done? How you gonna achieve something? For some of y'all, how you gonna travel somewhere? Like I've been saying, take a step back. Slow it the fuck down. Slow it the fuck down. Who said that you had to have the money by a certain date? I don't give a fuck when that bill is due. Fuck them. That's how you gotta hold it. Like, I don't give a fuck about y'all. You gonna get it when you get it. Hello? If I'm sitting here in a constant state of worry, I'm not helping the situation. Again, if I can do something about it, why worry? If I can't do something about it, why worry? Either way, it pays nothing for me to sit here and be worried about something that is outside of my current control. Now, sometimes Spirit wants you to take a step back and not worry so that they can do what they need to do behind the scenes. You don't know how shit is going to work out. And sometimes y'all walk yourselves out of alignment because you're so worried about how things are going to play out, because you're telling yourself all these negative things. Oh, if I don't get this, I'm going to get put out my house. I'm going to be sitting on the street. I'm not going to have no food. The kids going to be hungry. This going to happen. That's going to happen. You're telling yourself all of this shit instead of being in a positive, uplifting, high vibrational energy. Being hopeful. Having faith. Okay? Exercising trust in yourself, in your process, in your spirit team to get the shit done. So sometimes we be real close to things working out and things coming full circle. But then we talk ourselves out of it, or we worry ourselves out of it. And then now we all the way on left field some fucking where. And then when shit don't work out, we be like, see, I knew it. You didn't know shit. You didn't know a goddamn thing. The shit was so close to working out. Things happen behind the scenes. Remember, we are spiritual beings. Which means when things are happening behind the scenes, you can't fucking see it. That's why you have an intuition. That's why your intuition be telling you, don't call that person. Chill out. Relax. Just breathe. It's going to be okay. Calm down. Just go do some other shit. Go focus on something else. Because we're spiritual beings. So the shit that's taking place, you can't see it with your physical eye. And a lot of y'all are still basing your spiritual life off of physicality. And that's where you're fucking up at. It's first understanding that you are not a physical being. This outside vessel is a physical being. But this outside vessel is not who you are. That's just the way that you physically present yourself in this realm. Who you are is that voice inside. The motherfucker in your head that be talking and thinking. Them gut feelings. All that's connected to higher self. All that's connected to your true identity. When you understand that that is the real version of you, you move different because you think different. Your perspective breeds a different action. Your outlook breeds a different action. Period. It is what it is. And the less in tune you are with that version of you within, the more shit goes haywire. The more you're all over the place. The more you're overthinking. The more you're fucking toxic. Dealing with all these unnecessary ass challenges that you're creating because you're still identifying with this physical part of you. And not understanding that you are a spiritual being, which means you are pure energy. Anything physical is vibrating at a lower level. So anything that you could touch is a low vibration. Because it's physical. The faster it vibrates, you can't see the shit. It disappears. It goes to a different dimension. You can only see it if you're on that same dimension. Period. So the things that are working in the background are on a different dimension, which is why you need to meditate. Because meditation is going to take you to that dimension where you can see what you need to see, hear what you need to hear, know what you need to know. Capiche? Stop looking at shit like it doesn't look good. Well, look at it differently. You know what I'm saying? And I want to use this as an example. She said it's so hard to meditate. Just then, you created a reality that you now have to live in. Just that fast. It's so hard to meditate. Why? You just created a whole reality. That quick. And we do it so fast. That's why I'm using you as an example. No tea, no shade, right? But I'm using it as an example because that's how easily we create a negative reality for ourselves. And then when we experience that negative reality, we be like, see, told you. You created that. It didn't have to be that. It didn't have to be hard. You said it was. So it had to be because you create your reality. Whatever you say and the energy you put behind it is what's going to make that reality come into being. So instead of saying it's so hard, say, oh my God, meditation is so helpful to me. I'm learning to master meditation. That's a whole different statement. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm learning to master meditation. That's a whole different statement. That says something completely different. It doesn't say that you're a pro. It doesn't say that you got it all going on. It says that you're learning, which means that you're developing, which means that you're creating something more. That's a positive thing to be in. That's a positive thing to be doing. Right? But our words are so powerful. And y'all have to understand that, especially when we go into Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is fast moving. It is fast moving. Action based. Very spontaneous. So you don't want to send out the wrong signals, send out the wrong messages, send out the wrong energy. Okay? We live in a physical vessel and a consciousness. How do we interpret it? Again, meditation. Meditation, intuition are your best friends. And meditation, again, is nothing more than slowing down the brain so that you can pay attention to the things, the intricacies of what the fuck is going on. And then also, if you get deeper into a meditation, a calmer meditation where you're actually sitting and your eyes are closed, you can shift dimensions and do what we call astral projecting, which means you leave the physical vessel and the soul rises to the next dimension and is able to tap into more things. Sometimes you may not necessarily astral project, but you get so deep into it that you receive downloads that you may not know you received until it comes to you consciously. Or it may show up in a dream. The dream realm is also very, very high in dimension. Very high vibratory when you're in the dream realm, or lucid dreaming, which is the same thing. We already disconnect from our bodies when we sleep. That's already going to happen whether you do it purposefully or not. But lucid dreaming is when you are aware that you've disconnected from the body. And now you're in control of the soul while you are navigating the dream realm, which is nothing more than the spiritual realm. Y'all need to start studying quantum physics. You need to start studying metaphysics. Get deeper into those two things. Get deeper into meditation. Honestly, just wow. As if I didn't just say that. It just really just surprises me. All these fucking cards. And intuition and downloads is the one that comes out. When I tell y'all this is the time to tap in and get deeper into the spiritual realm, I'm trying to tell you, this is the time. There are a lot of different things that Spirit is trying to show y'all. Again, especially because we're getting closer to the official new year, which comes in Aries season. The calendar year ends December, but we are spiritual beings. We don't go by the calendar, right? So the spiritual new year begins the first day of Aries season, right? Which I think is the 19th or 20th, something like that. One of those dates, right? So in the between time, the closer we get to that, your ancestors are working overtime. Yes, it's towards the end of March. Your spirit team is working overtime to get you prepared to walk into this new energy, walk into this new space. Okay? This is why when a lot of people try to do, you know, their New Year's resolutions and all of that shit in January, it don't work because it's a dead ass season, right? Capricorn season, Aquarius season, Pisces season. Those are the last 3 signs of the Zodiac. That's the time for rest and rejuvenation. You should not be trying to create anything new or go into anything new necessarily. Right? That's not the time for that. There's times and energies that are conducive for that type of energy. That's not the fucking time. That's the time to reflect, recharge, rejuvenate. Okay? Look over what has transpired over the last couple of months. What changes you need to make. What new things you need to introduce when that new season does come. Okay, getting some type of outlook on what you want the next year to look like, the next couple of months to look like, figuring out what direction you want to go into for the next couple of months. That's what those 3 signs or 3 signs of that season is for. So a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to do my New Year's resolution. You're doing it in the dead of the winter. Think about it on a physical level. Can I go plant seeds in January? No. What the fuck is going to grow? Nothing's going to grow. The shit is going to die because it's cold as fuck. The ground is hard. The dirt is hard. Right? It's not really a rainy season, so there's nothing nurturing whatever the fuck I just planted, right? So sometimes you got to look at it from a physical standpoint for you to understand that that's not a good season to plant anything new or to introduce anything new to your soil. Okay? You need to be reflecting. If you're looking at it from a physical standpoint, what do I want to grow? When the ground softens up, when the dirt softens up, right? That's why it rains a lot in Aries season. April showers, spring Mayflowers. That's why it's a lot of rain. Because what does water do? Water nourishes, right? It helps that thing grow. You understand it now? So we need to wait for that season. During these last couple of months, because we still got Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is the last sign of what I call the harvest season. That's when we're gaining and we're harvesting all of the fruits of our labor. Right? That's the last sign of that. And I did a whole ebook on this. It's on my website. It's called Mastering 2024. I'm going to do one for 2025 as well. That'll be out the week before Aries season. The week before Aries season starts. But it's already on my website. It's $8. And it's like maybe 50 to 60 pages. It explains all of this. Okay? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, planting season. That's when you plant. All the new shit that you want to do, you start introducing that. You start working on it, putting them seeds in the ground and planting what you need to plant. Okay? Doing what you need to do. Starting what you need to start. Getting off your ass and getting to it. That's why Aries is the sign of action. Right? Aries is action. They're ruled by Mars. It's time to get up and go. Let's do it. Period. Let's get to it. Let's put that work in. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Plant them seeds. Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Watering season. I planted the seed. Now I got to take care of it. So, for example, let's say I started, and this is a widespread example. Let's say I started a hair salon in Aries season. Or the planting season. Aries, Gemini. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Right? Started a hair salon. Cool. Hair salon, I get all the things I need. I open up my shop. I find the workers. I start doing the renovations and building and all of that shit. Cool. Right? Cancer, Leo, Virgo. That's watering season. Now I'm getting clients. Now I gotta go to work. I gotta do hair. I gotta do the finances. I gotta do the payment schedule for the people that I'm paying. I gotta do the work. I gotta work this thing, right? Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, harvest season. Harvest season. Now it's time for me to start seeing a little bit of the fruits of my labor. I've been doing all this hard work for the last 6 months, right? Now I'm gonna start seeing the fruits of my labor coming in. More bookings. Maybe I go viral and a lot of people see my shit. Maybe I do like a hair tour somewhere and have a lot of success with that. Or maybe I start doing celebrity hair, right? It's an elevation point. I've been doing all this work for the last 6 months. So now I'm being elevated to either new clientele, higher clientele, more money. Maybe I get blessed with another location or something. Whatever. Okay? Harvest season. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Now it's time for me to relax a little bit. Take a little chill pill. You know what I'm saying? Take a little chill pill. Maybe relax. Maybe take a couple days off. Get my mind right. Go over the finances. See if I'm paying too much money for this or not paying enough for this. Maybe I need to restock and get more product or switch up my products because maybe I realized over these last couple of months that the products that I was using, I can get better deals or I may need to switch to a different product or whatever the case is, right? And then I can also figure out, okay, for these next 3 months, what do I want my business to look like? Do I want to implement something new? Do I want to start giving out, coffee and tea? with my clients? Do I want to, get a special suite for me to do hair and separate myself from everybody else? Do I want to switch up the color scheme? Do I want to update, the equipment that I'm using? You know what I'm saying? And then by the time Aries season comes back around, you going for the next thing. All of those things that you thought up during your evaluation season, your resting season or your rejuvenation season, now you putting that shit into work when Aries season come back around, and then you start it all over again. And that's a whole year. That's a whole 12 months or 12 or four seasons, 12 months. And it just continues to go, continues to go, continues to go. When you get on that type of mentality, you have more success. It works out better for you because you are now working with the natural energy of the spiritual realm. You're not going against it, right? It's not really a time for me to plant if I'm in, the hibernation season. That's not going to benefit me, right? It's not really time for me to water it if I'm in the planting season, because what am I watering if I don't have anything planted? So you go with the natural flow of things. Now, of course, you take moments of rest in between each season. Hibernation season is more so known for taking a little chill pill and taking a step back, right? But that's not to say you can't go on a vacation in between these seasons. Like little intricacies and things like that, to each his own, right? But for the most part, when we're talking about from an energetic standpoint, that hibernation season, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, is when you kind of need to be working with the energy in order to rest. Because one thing about Capricorn is a very diligent sign. They are hard workers, but they're also very disciplined. So that's a great time for you to kind of review what the fuck you got going on and figuring out where you need to implement yourself more, where you need to do more. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Aquarius. Aquarius is all about originality. So that's when you get them new ideas. That's when you start thinking like, ooh, I know what I want to introduce to my business next. Or I know what career I want to go after next. Or I know what classes I want to take next. Your ideas is going. Because Aquarius is all about originality. It's all about new. Right? Aquarius doesn't want to be like anybody else. So it's going to always be something out of the box that you may be in, if you're in a box. Then you got Pisces. Pisces is the dreamer. So now all of the things that the new ideas that you thought about with Pisces, now you can start envisioning yourself doing it and having success and making it work. Oh, it's going to be so great. I'm going to have all of these people doing bop, 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 bop. And everybody's going to be booking with me. And it's going to be so amazing. You need time to decompress in order to do all of that. You need time to step away in order to do all of that. Aries, again, is action. It's like the reason Aries is the first sign is if you think about creation, right? Let's go with the Big Bang Theory, even though I don't necessarily all the way believe in that, but whatever. This is just for conversational purposes. The Big Bang Theory is energy, 100% straight energy, just boom, right? Fire, energy, boom, in your face. It is what it is. It's right there. That's Aries energy. Aries is going to break through whatever the fuck is there. Okay, strong man, what's up? I'm here. Let's get this shit started. Let's get this work done. All work, no play. Big Aries energy. You know what I'm saying? Let's take this shit to the max. Let's go all the way in. Head down, working. Focus. Okay? Super laser focus on getting to whatever the fuck the goal is. Right? Taurus energy is all about beauty and luxury, and they're ruled by Venus, so it's also like love and compassion and shit like that, and you need that to cultivate, right? You got to have that to cultivate. That's Earth. They're Earth energy. They're the first Earth sign of the Zodiac, so you got to be loving yourself through it, giving yourself that compassion, right? Maybe tapping into a little luxury every now and again, meaning the way that you think about it, whatever you're doing is from a luxurious standpoint. You're not doing no rinky dink shit like my mama would say. You giving it some substance. That's Taurus energy. I'm gonna give this shit some substance. I'm gonna make it look nice. I'm hearing that Kendrick Lamar, if I gotta slap a pussy, yes, nigga, I'm gonna make it look sexy. That's Aries and Taurus working together. Aries gonna get it done, and Taurus gonna make it look sexy. Okay? Make it look good, make it look inviting, make it look presentable. Then that Gemini energy, that's the intellect. That's the mind, that's the logic. That's putting shit together. Boom, boom, boom. And then they're also social. Gemini's logic and social. Communication. So that's like, hey, I'm starting this business. I would love for you to partner with me. Or let me go and take this class so that I can learn what I need to learn. And let me communicate to the teacher, hey, teacher, I don't understand this particular part. Can you explain it to me better so I can get it? That's that Gemini energy. I need to get it. And once I got it, we're good. Then you move into Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Cancer is all about foundation, right? They also could be about family. They also could be about resources. So if you know a Cancer always got a resource. Okay? Cancer always knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that can do it, that can get it done. Right? So now you leaning onto your resources or family or community dynamics. So you may have help from other people, or you may link up with certain people, or whatever the case is. Again, resources is heavy with that. And Cancer is ruled by the moon, right? So also taming your emotions, the way that you feel about what it is that you're doing. Right? Having a positive outlook, because the moon rules the emotions, right? So you want to make sure that your emotions is together. Because what you're going after could be a little stressful. It could be a little up and down. When you're creating something and you're going for it for the first time, it's a little roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? But then you got that Leo. Leo is what? Confident. King of the jungle. And you need confidence. Thank you for the gift. You got to be confident in whatever it is that you're doing. You got to be sure of yourself. So Leo gonna bring in that ego. Like, yeah, we can do this shit. Let's get this shit done. We will all the shits. Yeah, I'm that nigga. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? I want to let you know about my business. That's that confidence. Leo gonna give you that confidence, that boost that you need to go speak to the people you need to speak to, have the meetings you need to have. You know what I'm saying? Get the investors that you need to get. They got the gift of gab. So they going to talk themselves into something. They always making friends with somebody. It could be a stranger. You know what I'm saying? That Leo energy, you just never fucking know. They going to have people laughing. You know what I'm saying? Joking and shit. Just pulling money out their pocket and hee and ha-ha. Leo energy, right? Then you got Virgo. Virgo is what? Discipline. Order. Routine. Right? So Virgo will come and be like, okay, now we've been having a little fun with Leo and we've been making friends and doing a lot, but now we need to lock in. We need to lock in before harvest season. Because harvest season starts Libra. Right? Virgo's before Libra. So Virgo be like, hey, let's get some order around this motherfucker. It's junky around here. Y'all know Virgos don't like no junk. They don't like no mess. They don't like no junk. They want everything in order. They gonna clean 5,000 times. You know what I'm saying? That's just Virgo energy. Virgo wants order. They want shit to be put where it needs to go. A little bit of OCD. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to come bring that correction and kind of like the realignment. Virgo serves as like that realignment before you go into your harvest seasons. Right? They're going to come in and kind of realign shit and get you back in order. Because Leo can kind of take you sometimes. Leo and Cancer can sometimes throw you off. Because that energy is so vibrant and so outside that you might get a little distracted. You might start slacking on a couple things. Maybe the way that you was disciplined in them first 3 months, maybe you kind of slacked up a little bit. Virgo will be like, hey, you need to clean this shit up. Okay? You need to get back on your routine. You need to get your shit back in order. You need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. You need to tell this person that you can't do this and you can't do. Virgo's going to come get it together. Then we go into our harvest season. Libra, Scorpio, Sag. Libra's going to come in with that justice and balance. Libra's going to be like, okay, Virgo, I know that you want everything to be, you know, straightened up, but we also need to have a little fun, because Libra is also ruled by Venus. So they like to have fun. You know, we also want to do a couple little extra things, you know what I'm saying? This can also be justice as far as like maybe during those first 6 months, you didn't get all that you were supposed to get. Or let's say you started something and you wasn't getting the results that you want. Or let's say you bought a product and the product wasn't working out or something like that. Whatever, right? Libra's going to bring in justice. Okay, let's say maybe you and some of the people that you hired was on bad terms. Or just little spats and shit like that. Libra going to, come in and be like, okay, let's balance this out. We can have fun, but we also need to get that work done. Okay? So, Libra's going to try to help you find justice, find balance. Okay? And then also, Libra is compassion because they're ruled by Venus. Venus is the planet of love and beauty and luxury. So, Libra is, again, in the harvest season, because Libra may be like, you've been working real hard. Go buy yourself a car. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a little apartment or something. You've been doing your shit. Go get your little piece of jewelry. Okay? Go and get you something nice for yourself. But get back to work. You know what I'm saying? Drive your car to work. Okay? Yes, you got the new apartment, but you also need to wake your ass up and get to work. Libra's going to bring in that balance. Then you got Scorpio. Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. So Scorpio is going to bring you to a transitional period. Scorpio is going to help you transition you. So whatever the fuck doesn't really serve you anymore, Scorpio like, hey, you need to get rid of that. Stop doing that. You need to get away from that. You need to wake up earlier. You need to do this. You need to do that. All that shit gotta go. That motherfucker's fake. Scorpio also rules secrets. So that person been talking behind your back. That motherfucker stealing money out the cash register. That person doing this. That person doing that. X, Y, Z. And you may be like, well, how is that harvest energy? Because death equals rebirth. Rebirth is a gift. Rebirth is a good thing. That's an abundant thing. Right? So it happens on harvest season. Get that together. Let that motherfucker go. They fake. Right? Even with Scorpio, some of the shit that you may have peeped along those other 9 months, it's going to start making sense in Scorpio season. Scorpio going to bring it all together. Okay? Connect the motherfucking dots. Hey, remember when you had peeped that person back in June doing X, Y, and Z? Boom. Here's the proof. Now what you going to do? You need to do what you need to do. That's Scorpio energy. Very observant. And you don't always realize what you're observing, which is why I tell you how to pay attention to everything. Just take it in. Make a mental note, take it in, and keep it pushing. Because when it comes back and it needs to make sense, it will make sense. Right? And then you move into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about abundance. They're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck and fortune and good wealth and goodness and unexpected things. So now you move into Sagittarius, you like, I want to take a trip. I want to take a vacation. I want to go out and do something. I want to, do something spontaneous. I want to, maybe I might get a random unexpected check or deposit or something, right? Because Sagittarius season, you just fucking never know. It's spontaneous energy. But it's also about adventure. Sag is all about adventure. So maybe it's like, I want to take the show on the road. I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to create this, and I want to create that. And just very whimsical, like, really have to go with the flow with Sagittarius energy. Because they're adventurers. And with an adventurer, you never know where the fuck you're going to end up at. Okay? They're also very social because they are the sister sign of Gemini. So expect a lot of people to also be a part of your Sagittarius season. People that you probably don't know. You might meet some new friends. You might be, start a new relationship. Either in Sagittarius season or Libra season. Okay? Because both of those, you could get into a new relationship or something like that. Anything could fucking happen. Like, literally any fucking thing. Like, you just don't fucking know. It's when it's up, and when it's up, it's stuck. Very much so with Sag energy, right? Then we move into hibernation season. We get into Capricorn. Capricorn, like, all right, let's finish this year out good. We still got work to do. Now, I know you've been traveling and over here making friends and doing all this and doing all that, but we still got work to do. Capricorn and Virgo are very similar with that type of energy. They're like, okay, you partied enough, ho. Let's get back to doing this motherfucking work, because we only got a couple more months, or, well, 2 more months, or 2 more signs before this year starts over. So whatever is left to do, you done had your fun. All right, let's wrap this shit up and get back to work. Period. And also start to think about what we're going to do differently towards our work ethic in the new season, when the new year comes. Capricorn's going to have you like, okay, based on this previous year, I need to wake up earlier. Based on this previous year, I need to read more books. You know what I'm saying? Based on this previous year, I might need to take a class or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Then we move into Aquarius. Aquarius like, okay, time for me to shine. Let's switch up everything. That shit looks old. Other people are already doing that. I don't like them colors. Let's get some new colors in here. People are not doing this, so we should be doing it. I don't see nobody doing that, so we should do that shit too. Aquarius wants you to just do everything original and get the information behind it. So you may be doing research during this season, researching different things, looking into different things a little deeper, looking at things from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's all about new and original and uniqueness. Period. That's what they want. Aquarius energy is all about, like, how can we do something that nobody else is doing? Very innovative energy. And then you move into Pisces. Pisces is the last sign before we move back until we start the new year. So Pisces is going to come in like, okay, now let's just daydream about our future, guys. Let's just think about it. It's going to be so amazing. Let's just sit here and just ponder about how great things are going to be. We're going to have so many new friends. We're going to go to so many new places. We can create this and we can create that, and we can start this and start that, and it's going to be so good. We're going to be a millionaire. It's just like, because they rule the spiritual realm, the balance between the physical and the spiritual realm. That's Pisces energy, right? They also rule spiritual advancement. So you may be taken to a different level during Pisces season as far as your spirituality, right? You may advance a little bit. You may be booted up. Okay. Pisces is also the dreamer. They also can represent illusions. That's one of the downsides. It could be a positive, it could be a negative. It just really depends. But you have to remember, Pisces represents illusions sometimes. So you really need to be paying attention during Pisces season. You don't want to go off too far into fairyland that you don't have a grasp on reality. That's why Pisces have to master the physical and the spiritual realm, because usually they're so high in the motherfucking spiritual that they are completely out of touch with reality. It's like, girl, the sky is not red. Pisces like, yes it is. I'm looking at it right now. It's fucking red. It's like, no, it's not. It's definitely blue. They're like, no, I said it's red. And they getting mad a little bit too. It's like, bitch, the fuck? How is you cool? You know what I'm saying? That's Pisces energy. So you gotta remember to see through the illusions, or to balance out the illusions with reality. Because there's nothing wrong with creating certain illusions if it helps you, right? But it has to be balanced out with reality. You can't be so deep into your illusions where you just delusional. Does that make sense? And it starts over again, Aries season. That's why I tell y'all, numerology and astrology are your best friends. Aries is a 1. Taurus is a 2. Gemini is a 3. That means something. Cancer is a 4. Leo is a 5. Virgo is a 6. That means something. Libra is a 7. Scorpio is a 8. Sagittarius is a 9. That means something. Capricorn 10. Aquarius 11. Pisces 12. It means something. Numerology, astrology. They go together real bad. And you need both of them motherfuckers to make sense of what the fuck is going on with you and around you. Now, the gag is the spiritual new year starts Aries season. But your personal new year starts on your solar return. 2 different things. So we go into Aries season officially the 19th or the 20th of March, right? But if your birthday or your solar return is November 3rd, then your personal new year don't start until November 3rd. You're still closing out the year, even though we're in March. So the spiritual year has started over, but your personal year, you're still in. So, for example, let's say again, you're born November 3rd, okay? And that would mean by March, November 3rd will make you a Scorpio. So we got Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. So that means you're 5 months into your personal new year. Does that make sense? So you just count using the zodiacs, not the months, because it's going to throw you off. Because the next zodiac starts at the end of the previous month. It doesn't start, like Gemini don't start June 1st. Because zodiacs don't go according to the calendar. The calendar was created by niggas trying to throw you off. So it's not going to line up like that. So you go by the zodiac. You need to know the zodiacs. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. You need to know that shit like the back of your hand, and that's in order. Going backwards. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aries. You need to know that shit like the back of your motherfucking hand. The way you know numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You need to know them zodiacs like that. Okay? You gotta know that shit so that you can go by the zodiac and not by the month. That's why they make calendars. That's why they created clocks. All that shit is to throw you off from what is energetically and spiritually going on, to keep you distracted. And to actually raise your anxiety. Because a lot of y'all be freaking out when it's the fucking 31st. It's like, why are you freaking out? Why are you going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? That shit don't have no relevance over you. You're a spiritual being. That don't have nothing to do with you, the 31st. Like, I had to change my clock. It's not on this phone. It's on my other phone. To military time. Because that shit was throwing me off. I would look at the time and be like, oh my God, I only got 3 more hours to do X, Y, and Z. Fuck no. I don't need to be looking at that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Time only means something when you're looking at the past. That's the only time time is relevant. Time is not relevant in the future. It's relevant in the past. That's it. If I need to say something happened at 3 o'clock, that's the only time that shit is relevant. If it's 7 o'clock right now. That's it. I can't create time in the fucking future. Oh, I have to have this bill paid by, November 20th at 5 p.m. That don't got shit to do with me. I'm a spiritual being. Right? Opportunity and change. This is definitely a time to change the way that you think. And you can do it before we get into Capricorn season. Because remember, Capricorn comes in and be like, okay, let's get some order around this hoe. You don't have to wait for that season necessarily Especially if you're a month out, you don't have to wait for that season to start doing what you need to do. Because we got to do the work at the bottom of the deck. And right under that is good luck and blessings. Y'all know I don't like the word blessings. So blessings. Okay? So you don't have to necessarily wait until the first day of Capricorn season to start getting your shit together. You can start getting your shit together now while still enjoying this last month of harvest. You can start getting your shit together. Start kind of doing some of the prep work. It's like when you know you got a special project coming up at work or something, and you're like, okay, I know this special project says that we start November 30th, but I'm about to start looking into it now. I'm about to start getting some of the groundwork done now, so that when it is time for me to go all the way into it, I already got my foot in the door a little bit. I don't really have to start from zero, right? So don't be afraid to start, you know, yes, being proactive. Don't be afraid to start, you know, looking into things, starting with, you know, reflection. Reflection is always a great place to start. And ask yourself questions like, what don't I want to see next year? I don't want to see myself being lazy. I don't want to see myself procrastinating. I don't want to see myself having anxiety or depression or whatever, right? So now that I know what I don't want, how do I do or create an environment for those things to not exist? Right? Asking yourself questions is so important, because only you can answer them. Only you know exactly where you are currently in your own life. I would only know if you tell me. And even then, I wouldn't fully understand or grasp it, because I'm not you. I'm not living your reality. So only you have the exact answers to the questions that you need answers to. So the question then becomes, how do I get the answers? And that goes back to what we was talking about before. Meditation. See how all the shit comes back full circle? Goes right back to meditation. Talking to your spirit team. I know I be getting on my spirit team nerves. I'm like, hey, look, this shit is not making sense. I know I just said something to y'all 5 minutes ago, but it's still not making sense. So, like, you know, help me. Assist me, please. Period. Yeah, you just speak. You just talk. You just, hey, listen, grandma, look, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Explain it to me, show me, give me the answers in a way that I will understand and properly interpret. Be specific. Because it's like, I may communicate, think of it like here on the physical realm, right? Let's say you got a best friend. The way you communicate and the way your best friend communicate, two different things. Y'all could be saying the same shit, but y'all may say it in different ways. You may be more straight to the point. They may be more sugar-coated. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the same results, but you're approaching it in different ways. Same thing with your spirit team. They communicate the way that they communicate. So you may not understand it because you like, I don't really know how to interpret that. So you gotta be specific. Hey, send it to me in a way that I can understand. Communicate to me in a way that I can understand what you're saying. And then watch how the clarity comes. It's like, it's a relationship. So just like in a regular relationship, you compromise, you talk and say, hey, this is how I operate, this is how they operate, and you figure out a common ground in the middle. Same thing with your spirit team. The only difference between you and them is you have a physical body. That's it. Y'all are both energy at your core. Y'all both the same fucking thing. So the communication should be the same. The way they communicate back won't necessarily be the exact same because they don't have a physical vessel. So it's not like calling up somebody on the phone and they just answer the phone, right? But they will communicate in a way that you can understand it and interpret it. So if they know that you be on TikTok every motherfucking day scrolling along, they might send somebody like me to pop up and give you the answer that you've been looking for. Or it could be a random ass video that you see. It gives you the answers that you're looking for. Right time, right place, right algorithm. Nothing is a coincidence. right? So you could have been scrolling for 2 hours. But that video that you need, that should pop up at 2 hours and 30 seconds. Right time, right place, right algorithm. Or maybe they know that you be on YouTube. So you might be watching one of your favorite podcasters or YouTube creators or whatever, and then the suggested video may be something that you was looking for. You never fucking know. Maybe you like books and you go to the library. I haven't been to the library in so fucking long. The spirit been on my ass about getting back to the library. There's something significant about getting back to the library. I haven't been to the library in so fucking long. The spirit been on my ass about getting back to the library. There's something significant about getting back to the library. Anywho, maybe you like books and you go to the library, right? And you might be in there and you picking through some books in this particular section, and somebody randomly come up to you and be like, hey, have you read X, Y, and Z? And you're like, no, but I heard about that book. And they're like, I just read it. It's amazing. You should read it. Here it is, right here. And then you can check it out and you can read it. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to Barnes & Noble and you walk in, and on a little display table, they have, you know, a book on something that you was just thinking about. Shit works like that. Or you can be minding your business, going to the mall. Let's say your intuition was like, hey, girl, we need to go to the mall. We need to get some new perfumes or something. Or some shoes. Okay, whatever. I don't know. You go to the mall, you mind your business. You in the shoe store and you're looking for some running shoes or whatever, because you about to start exercising again. I'm just coming up with scenarios because shit could just be so random. And a random person just walk up to you, or maybe it's the person who works at the store, and y'all just get to chopping it up about something insignificant. Like maybe you got a tattoo and they ask you about the tattoo, and sometimes it spin balls into a whole nother conversation about some shit that you was just thinking about, and an answer that you needed, and they point you in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Everything has purpose. You just have to operate in the natural flow of things and allow things to be what they're supposed to be. That's why intuition is so important, because intuition will tell you where to go so that you can be right time, right place. The only way you can be deceived is if you're not listening to your intuition and you're doing what the fuck you want to do. By then, you can walk into any fucking thing. You can be a target for any motherfucking thing. Because you never know why your intuition is telling you to do a specific thing. It could be for your own protection. Intuition could be saying, hey, you know, shit is about to get sticky in about 15 minutes. You need to leave this motherfucking restaurant. And you mad because the food, you know, wasn't coming on time. And you was having all these issues at this restaurant. So you already got an attitude. And you're like, well, I want to stay and eat my food. Intuition like, you need to get the fuck up and leave. You may not know why, but you just need to get the fuck up and leave. Your gut start telling you, hey, it's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I remember I was sitting on my back porch, and I live in Baltimore. Okay, so I live in the ghetto. Okay, nice house, but I live in the ghetto. Okay, and I was sitting on the back porch, and I had went out there. It had to be all of 2-3 a.m. Literally. Okay, because I had went out there to, you know, Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? So I can go back to sleep. When I went out there, I was feeling weird. I said, something feels a little weird back here. I don't know what the fuck it is. I sit up here all the time, okay? But something feels a little weird. All of a sudden, this black cat came out of nowhere. Scared the fuck out of me. And, like, didn't necessarily meow, but, like, rawr, like that kind of thing. Like a little tiger. I said, what the fuck? I put that motherfucking thing out so fast and went back in the house. I don't know what the fuck the cat was trying to tell me, but I know when I see a black cat, that means protection. And for that motherfucker to come out of nowhere and roar at my motherfucking ass, I turn around and back in the house. I don't know what I was saved from, protected from, whatever. But I knew it was time for me to go the fuck back in the house. But when I stepped out, the energy felt weird anyway. Intuition kicked in, and then confirmation from the cat. That's usually how that shit goes. You get that intuitive message, and then that confirmation comes. That should be like back to back. I said, well, let me go back in the motherfucking house. Because I like to, you know what I'm saying? When I'm chiefing, I like to be in nature. I like to watch the trees and like an old person, just sit on the porch or the balcony. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't care what time it is. I'm gonna take in the vibes. Okay, it can be cold. I done sit out there 30 degrees, bundled up, big ass jacket with a motherfucking big ass blanket. Okay, it's like a little, it's like insulated. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I love being outside. But baby, anytime nature get to communicating, and cats, y'all know, are very spiritual. So it's a lot of cats in my back alley where my balcony is. And anytime they get to sending me messages, I said, okay, I got you. I'm going to fuck back in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to play with you. I'm not here to prove no point. Don't know what the fuck was outside. It could be a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? Where spirits are running rampant and they looking for targets. Because y'all know there are spirits around us, walking and talking and existing amongst us. You do understand that? When you leave the house, there's motherfucking spirits around. That's why getting drunk out in public, pissy drunk, blackout drunk, I become a whole new person. I bet you fucking do. I bet you fucking do, bitch. Okay, it's called possession. That's what the fuck it's called. Alright? Spirits be outside at night when it get dark. That's why our parents just say you need to be in before them street lights come on. All of that is actually spiritual. Being in the house when the sun goes down, that's a spiritual thing. We may take it as like, oh, just safety from people. It's not just people you need to be protected from. Again, we are spiritual beings. So we're just not at risk with physical people. We at risk with spiritual motherfuckers too. And all spirits ain't positive. That's why having that relationship with your spirit team is very important to protect you from danger seen and unseen. Known and unknown. Because I don't know what the fuck is around me with my physical eye. I may intuitively feel it, right? Your gut be like, something's funny with this environment. You walk into a party. You walk into a restaurant. You walk into, you know what I'm saying, a club or a lounge or something like that. You're like, something just don't feel right in this motherfucker. I can't really enjoy myself, you know, or things keep happening. Somebody spilled a drink and then this happened and then motherfuckers about to fight. It's like the energy just feel crazy. That's spirit team, that's intuition saying, hey, you need to get the fuck up out of here. You need to get the fuck up out of here. Because there are spirits and entities and energies in this motherfucker that can see you. They can see you. You may not be able to physically see them. You can sense them because we're spiritual beings. So you can sense the energy, but you may not be able to pinpoint it. But they can see your motherfucking ass. Especially if you have been working on yourself, developing yourself, you're in tune, you coming in, it's like a bright light coming into a dark ass room and you think you gonna blend in? Fuck no. Fuck no. Them energies gonna jump into a motherfucker that's low vibrational, then that motherfucker gonna try to fight you. That's how that shit be working. All of a sudden, motherfuckers gonna roll in their eyes at you. Bitch, I don't even know you. Do I know you? Is this your nigga? You know what I'm saying? I started asking questions. Like, who the fuck? I'm looking at the nigga like, y'all go together or something? Why this hoe keep looking over here? What the fuck going on? Other people are more susceptible to those types of energies because of the vibration that they're on. They don't have the protection. You got the protection. They don't got the motherfucking protection. Right? So, it's very important to pay attention. It's very important for you to meditate. And meditation helps you become more sensitive to energy. Because if I'm sitting there, my eyes are closed, the only thing I can use is what? My senses. What do I feel? What do I hear? Right? Try closing your eyes for 5 minutes and just focus on what you hear. I promise you're going to start hearing shit 500 feet away and shock yourself like, God damn, that sound far as shit, but you can hear it. It starts to get, it's like, you You can isolate sounds. You can learn how to isolate sounds and hear where shit coming from. That's why when black people, when we hear noise, we get quiet. Your instincts kick in. I need to know where the fuck that sound is coming from. We don't play that shit. We don't make a sound. We don't move a muscle. We hear some shit rumble. We like, hold up, shh. Everybody get quiet and you start looking around because you're trying to pinpoint the fucking sound. Sound is what? Frequency. Frequency is what? Energy. Right? That's why when we driving and we trying to figure some shit out, or we trying to think, we gotta cut that music down. I can't think. You trying to fit into a tight parking spot, you gotta cut that motherfucking music down. Cause it's too much energy and frequency going on while you're trying to navigate some shit. You gotta balance the frequencies out. Everything is energy, everything is frequency. When you understand that, everything around you changes. You change and everything around you changes. Period. Everything around you changes when you start to understand that. Metaphysics, quantum physics, right? Numerology, astrology. All of those things are your best friend. Even get into biology. Period. Because you need to know how your physical body works with these energies. You got a pineal gland. That's physical. How does that tie in with the spiritual realm? You need to know the connection. You got melanin. How does your melanin tie into the spiritual realm? You need to know the connection. Your gut, which is the second brain of the body. How does that tie into the spiritual realm? You need to understand the connection. That's why the more spiritual we become, the more we start to change our diet. Why is that? Because it's all fucking connected. You need to be living off more high vibrational energy. Food is energy. So if I'm changing my diet, I'm altering my energetic field. I'm not telling you to go vegan, because there's other ways, right? And everybody is not supposed to be vegan. You can get sick and pass away. And we don't want that, okay? So I would say eat based on your blood type. That's the best thing you could do. That's the safest thing you could do. Is eat based on your blood type. Go find out your blood type. You can go take a test. You can go to like Quest Diagnostics or any of them little places. Okay, pay to get your blood taken and tell them you want your blood type. And they'll test for your blood type. Or if you've already gotten blood work done, get your medical records. That's the safest thing to do. Okay? And you can switch up in between different things based on your blood type. Everybody's not supposed to just be straight vegan. That's just, we done been accustomed to eating, meat, pause. I gotta grow up one day. But we've been accustomed to eating animals for too long for us to just go cold turkey on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you just need. Like, I'm pescatarian, but I eat eggs. I eat eggs. My body loves the protein, but my body also loves the protein and the natural oils from salmon. I eat a lot of salmon. I eat a lot of fish. Lots of, protein from the sea. But I eat eggs, right? I eat honey. I eat dairy every now and again. Dairy will be the only thing that you really don't really need, if we're going to be honest, because it creates mucus in the body. And one day I'm going to let it go. One day I'm going to let it go. One day I'm going to let it go. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. That'll be like the only thing. You know what I'm saying? That is like, that's not good for anybody. Pork, that's not good for anybody, right? Nobody should be eating pork. I don't give a fuck. No blood type is going to say to eat pork. Like, it doesn't even matter. Pork is not a requirement of any blood type. But beef may be. You know what I'm saying? Because you might need the iron. Or the protein from beef, depending on your blood type. You know what I'm saying? But if you cut anything out, cut out that motherfucking pork. Okay? Chicken is a little iffy because it just really depends on how the chicken was raised. If you got farm raised chickens, I'm not mad at you. I personally don't eat chicken. But if it's farm raised, cool. You know what I'm saying? You can't really tell if it's farm raised if you buying it and it got lemon pepper season on it. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? You might got to make your own lemon pepper chicken. You can't go to, like, Wingstop and be like, is this farm-raised chicken? No. You know what I'm saying? Fuck no. It's not. Alright? It's never given farm-raised at fucking Wingstop. You know what I'm saying? Yes, if you eat eggs, you basically eat chicken. Yes. But the how do I want to say it? The breakdown of what it is a little different. It's still technically chicken, yes, but what it is a little different than an established chicken. Thank you. The cellular structure is different. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Chicken is a cross between a vulture and a is it pigeon? I think it's pigeon or something else. I can't remember. But yes, chicken is a hybrid animal. It's a created animal. It's not, this world did not start with chickens. The more you know. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah. I hope y'all got something out of this. Spirit took me in a whole different direction than I thought I was going to go in. But the gist of it is y'all need to start motherfucking tapping in with your spirit team and allow them to guide you. Okay? Put that shit on their plate. Don't be taking everything and having it and trying to deal with it and trying to force shit. Give that shit to them. Let them deal with it. Let them be stressed out about it. What the fuck? Okay? Specials are still available if you're interested in mentorship specials. I have a 2-week and a 4-week mentorship option. I have consultations available, 30 minutes and an hour. What else? And 10 card reading specials are still available. If you want to give things to your spirit team, you have to set up an altar. But don't put up no motherfucking altar if you can't even do basic communication, because an altar is responsibility. An altar has to be maintained to keep the energy and the frequency right. You can't just have an altar, forget about it, and just be like, oh, fuck it. If you can't keep basic communication every day, you don't need no motherfucking altar. So I tell everybody, 6 months of pure communication with your spirit team. That's it. Okay? Once you get over them 6 months, you done formed a habit. So now you can go ahead and set up the altar. Would you push spirituality on your kids? Absolutely. Absolutely. As young as they come, because they're still tapped in. They're fresh from the spiritual realm. So you want to help jog their memory quick. It took us a while for our memory to get jogged because our parents was teaching us some whole other shit. I was raised Pentecostal Christian. So my parents, I came in this world on, lies. So it took me a little minute to reconnect. But they're fresh. So wake them right on back up. Once they pop through that motherfucking coochie. You know what I'm saying? Even before, like during pregnancy. Listening to frequencies, sound waves, sound bowls. Getting sound bowls and putting it on your stomach for the women. Or listening to it on YouTube to go to sleep or whatever. Babies can hear in the womb. So all of that is helpful. And then when they get here, crystals are a great addition. Teaching them about ancestors. You know what I'm saying? You can say little shit. Just like you see babies and their parents be like, say God is good. Say Jesus is good. You know what I'm saying? They be doing that and the baby be like fucking 4 months. They don't know what the hell you saying. But the more you say it, that little baby turn 1 and 2, they walking around saying Jesus. Because you done already put it in they're learning it. They picking up on it. So do the same thing but with your spirit team. You know what I'm saying? Find out, little ways. Create creative ways. And you can talk to your spirit team about ways like, spirit, show me ways, creative ways to introduce my children to spirituality. Children love to meditate. They love to ground. Those are 2 great ways. Children love nature. That's why babies don't like socks. Why you think they always pulling their fucking socks off? Because they want to connect with the ground. They understand that there are frequencies that go into your feet. They get that. That's why they don't like shoes. They don't like socks. And a lot of them don't like fucking clothes. They be trying to take all that shit off of them. And they love to be in the sun. Especially little melanated babies. They love the fucking sun. You can take a crying baby outside in the sun. They're going to stop crying immediately. Because they understand the connection. They may not be able to verbalize it. But again, we're energetic beings. So they operate off of frequency. Especially until they are able to talk. Everything is frequency. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of y'all grown. And y'all, when y'all come in the house, you get naked in 2 seconds. Because we are still energetic beings at the end of the day. We may not understand why we do the things we do. And that's what research helps you to do. Is to connect the dots and to understand it better. But we be doing shit all the time. I don't really like shoes. I have on some type of slipper or something when I'm inside. Because I have hardwood floors. And I don't like shit on my feet. Okay, y'all know hardwood floors get dirty quick. Or just dusty. I don't like shit on my feet. So I'm going to always have something on my feet in the house. But if I'm outside, what? Take these motherfucking shoes off of me? If I could walk around barefoot everywhere and it just wasn't nasty as hell, what? That's why I be a little jealous of people in the country. Because they just walk outside, grass, dirt, gravel, just nature. I love that. I live in a city. I would never. I might step on a crack pipe or something. Not happening. Then I got a fucking tetanus shot. No, thank you. I don't want them problems. But, yeah. Finding you a good park or something. You know what I'm saying? Walk around the park barefoot. Watch your step. Especially if you live around, because they let their dogs shit everywhere. Watch your step. But you know what I'm saying? Take your feet out. Ground a little bit. If you got a backyard with grass, perfect. Put your motherfucking feet in that grass. You can wash your feet when you get back inside. It's not that deep. It's a little dirt. God made dirt, don't hurt. Right? We used to say that shit all the time. It's not racist. It's a proven fact. Go to a fucking doggy park and just watch. What are we talking about? I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Feel how you want to feel. I don't give a damn. It's not gonna make me feel no type of way. The fuck? If somebody came on here and said black people are loud, I'm not gonna be like, that's racist. It's fucking true. We loud as hell. We be loud. Alright, I'm about to hop off here. I love y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. This will be posted on YouTube tomorrow rising. So make sure that you tune in and you check it out. Make sure that you use the link in my bio to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any other videos that y'all see on the YouTube that you like, that you connect with, if it resonates, it resonates. It don't matter the date. It can be from 2 years ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. I don't give a damn. If it hits for you, it hits for you. All right? If you're interested in any specials, feel free to inbox me the word info, and I will send you all the specials that I have right now. Other than that, light and love. Have a beautiful rest of your night, and I will see you guys tomorrow.